Hello and welcome to our special broadcast, the greatest show on earth, and we're coming to you live from Doha in Qatar, where now we know our four semi-finalists. The last of the two quarterfinals took place last evening. We're going to talk about that. It is the end of Cristiano Ronaldo and his World Cup campaign. That's been the focus here in Doha, Qatar, other than the fact that Moroccan fans have also turned up here in large numbers celebrating their win versus Portugal. We'll talk about that. Joining us, a special guest in Indian football, Dalima Chhibber. She'll help us analyze the game and also build up to the games that will be coming up later in the tournament. But first, let's take a look at that first quarter-final that finished very late at night according to Indian Standard Time. It featured two heavyweights in England and France, one the defending champions, the other that have just played the final at the Euros. They were unlucky to miss out on another final berth in the World Cup last time around, and once again it was heartbreak for the English Lions. France marching on to another semi-final and looking good to probably become the first team in more than 60 years to defend their title. Okay, let's analyze the game. Joining us live now, Dalima Chhibber. Dalima, I was just looking at a few stats there. England created more chances, had the better chance on goal. Unlucky to an extent, Harry Kane missing that penalty. But overall, if I were to ask you, did the better team win on the night, or was the better team unlucky on the night?
Nikhil, honestly, for me, I feel like I predicted as well for England to win the game. For me, I feel like the better team had to walk out of the competition, because definitely we know that England has come a long way in the past few years, and probably it was one of their greatest performances last night against one of the best teams in football at the moment. But yeah, it's sad that when you are the skipper and you end up missing a penalty when you scored one right before that. It was a tough night. England did come very close to scoring a lot of, they really came close to a lot of opportunities, and they were really close to scoring as well. But I feel like, again, it's a field of football, and mistakes are bound to happen, and you're bound to miss a few goals. But at the end of the day, I feel like it just came down to who really wanted the win more, and who was really willing to put it all out there. And definitely, we saw a lot of drama, a lot of very good performances in a lot of players. But again, for me, I feel like the better team had to walk out of the World Cup in quarterfinals, because England had a great run. England was doing really well. It was just sad to see that they had to walk out the way they did.
Okay, at the risk of upsetting all the French fans, you heard it from Dalima. She thinks that the better team actually missed out on that semi-final berth. But just talking about that particular penalty, Dalima, I saw Harry Kane's tweet, and he took all the responsibility for missing that particular penalty. I mean, there's another school of thought that felt that maybe because, Hugo Lloris and Harry Kane are teammates, they would have been mind games. Yes, I know that he took the first penalty score. Another school of thought suggests that somebody else you could have looked at to taken that second penalty simply because of the equation between the keeper and the captain who was taking the penalty?
When it comes down to who has to step up, we know that Harry Kane is he likes to take that responsibility even as the captain and as the goal scorer. He's probably one of the best goal scorers that England has had over the years. So for him stepping up there, taking that responsibility was a huge step. And for him to take that to do that, it takes a lot of strength as a player, as a skipper, to stand up for the team. And he missed out a penalty. Yes, it is a part of the game again, and I'm going to sugarcoat it a little bit, because as a player, I know that what goes into the game when there are a lot of fans screaming, when you're put on the spot, and the spotlight is on you, and it is a very crucial moment where you have to get the score. So definitely there is a lot of pressure on you as a player and as the captain, and where you're able to make the difference. And again, missing a penalty is a part of the game. It happens, and a lot of the best players in the game have done it. But it's just sad that for Harry Kane, it came at a moment where they needed the crucial win and the way it ended for them. But, you know, again, like for me, it is a part of the game. Maybe what could have been different for him is that he could have probably gone for placement instead of power, because the moment he went for power, we saw the ball rocketing up above the post, and you know, maybe that is what could have made the difference, because playing with you know, like him and the goalkeeper being teammates, I don't think it should really make a difference, because he did take the penalty before and he did convert it. So I feel like that is not a big element here, but because there are like a lot of other different smaller elements that come into the play. But I think it just defines his character, the way he took the responsibility of not being able to you know, convert it and like you know, step up for the team in that moment. And I think that in itself speaks a lot about him, because we've seen him give good performances, we've seen him step up for the team when it's needed. So I think that is all that there is to say, because he is one of the greatest scorers that England has ever known.
Okay, I think Dalima sums it up really well. I mean, you know, missing a penalty is part of the game. You've had the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi miss penalties on crucial occasions. So, you know, Harry Kane missing at that time clearly, you know, is something that's gone against the English team. But then at the end of the day, he took the responsibility, and maybe you need to give him credit for that, from leading from the front. But I met a lot of English fans here. A lot of English fans have turned up for the World Cup. One thing that's been constant with English fans for the last few World Cup has been that one chant that they've been saying, that it's coming home, that they're bringing the World Cup home. Once again, they've had to face a bit of disappointment, but they're not losing hope right now. It's not a lot of criticism that's going towards the team. They said that the team put on a fight, they gave a good display, and they have faith in this young team to come good in the future. Let's listen in to some fans as well.
France, France, yeah! France. France. Yes. They won. They win. Which team were you supporting today?
England.
England?
Yeah.
Hard luck.
Thank you. Yeah, hard luck. I think a lot of pressure went to Kane and Rashford, but it's all right.
But they played really well. Importantly, in the second half, England was all over the game.
We were very good, you know. Maybe next time, inshallah, Euros, who knows, you know? England just have to get closer and closer. We just have to be a bit more aggressive.
But World Cup is a World Cup, man.
It is what it is.
I feel like everybody was saying France is going to thrash England, but we fought. We went until the end and we fought. We tried our best and we fought. If Harry Kane didn't miss that penalty, I feel like we would have won.
टेंशन हो गया था लेकिन बच गया वो तो उसका गोल पोस्ट तो उधर था ना इधर मारने का था ना उधर मार लिया
You were supporting France? What about you? So
We were enjoying a lot.
we are going to see them in final. Against whom? Against whom? Argentina. Argentina. And who will win the final? France! Argentina! You were supporting France. So are you a Kylian Mbappe fan?
Mostly.
Mostly?
Messi.
Whom do you think they'll go to final this time? This time also France?
Third place.
And who will they face in the finals? Argentina or Croatia?
Argentina, 100%.
Argentina.
yes France
Okay, Dalima Chhibber still with us. You heard from the English fans not losing hope in their team and hope that in the future they can lift the trophy. But Dalima, my question is related to the manager of the English team, Southgate. What do you reckon the future holds for him? We've seen a lot of managers being fired right after their team's exit. I know he's done a good job in the time that he's been there. He took them to the semi-finals last time around, then to the finals of Euro, and now again to the quarter-finals. But I think the English fans really desire a trophy. Do you think it's now time for them to look at a more established, more senior manager, someone who can get them the trophy, and Southgate has taken them as far as they could?
In England, definitely we've seen a lot of progress over the years. We've seen, like, they've been able to re-establish themselves on the world football stage. But, seeing their progress, because Southgate has been their manager for the past 6 years, 7 years, and he's definitely been able to get the team together and done, and bring them to, the knockout stage. And there have been, like, some great performances, like I mentioned before. But at the end of the day, when you're playing sport, you need that silverware. You need to come out with trophies. You need those results to reflect, because at the end of the day, people remember which is the team that wins the trophy. Nobody's going to remember that, that was the game where the team did have a great performance. They came close to it, but people are going to remember that they lost out to France in the quarterfinals. So I feel like it is time probably that England needs a fresh perspective. England needs a fresh style of play that is better suited to the kind of players that England is producing now, because there is lots and lots of pace. There are so many youngsters that are coming up. There's so much talent in the team, and I feel like for a newer perspective to come in, that could probably help the team progress and get those wins, because yes, it is a field of sports, it is football, and the scores do matter, and that is what takes you ahead in the longer term.
Okay, what Dalima is saying right now, a lot of other experts are also echoing that maybe it's time to look at a more established manager, someone who's won a lot of trophies globally, even if it happens to be a foreigner and not an Englishman. Bring him on board, and maybe he can then take the English team to a title that they so desired. So that was that one quarter-final that we saw late at night. The other one, the one that took place before that, that was Portugal versus Morocco, and that's the one that we're going to focus on. And what a fairy tale it's been for the African team here at the FIFA World Cup. They upset Belgium in the group stages. Many thought that was a flash in the pan. Guess what? They knocked out another European giant in Spain in the round of 16 in this tournament. And you thought, okay, maybe not anything more after this. They're done with all the upsets that they could. And guess what? Once again, they've turned out to be giant killers, knocking out the team that was led by Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal in the quarterfinals, thereby creating history, becoming the first team from the African continent to make it to the semi-final. What an incredible run Morocco are enjoying in this tournament. Take a look at a few of their stats, and they're outstanding. For example, their defensive record. They've only conceded one goal in this tournament, and that goal also happened to be an own goal. So effectively, they've not allowed the opposition in all the games that they've played so far, 5 games in all, to score a single goal. That just tells you how defensively well organized this Moroccan team is, and that probably is their secret of success. Dalima Chhibber still with us. Dalima, also the spirit of this Moroccan team, one, their defense is outstanding. Everyone knows the spirit of this Moroccan team. 2 of their standout defenders weren't even part of this game. They were out injured. Then they had someone like their captain, Romain Sas, again, someone who was very, very crucial for their defense, got injured, had to be subbed, yet this team managed to defend that 1-0 lead. Is it telling you the spirit and the way this team has been playing in this tournament?
Yes, for sure, because football is a team game, and at the end of the day, what it comes down to is the team spirit, the team, how the team performs together. And Morocco has been able to put up a show and performances which are very disciplined, which are very organized. And Morocco has been the more tactical team, and we have been able to see that in the results, because they are yet to concede a goal from play against, against any of the teams, because they have faced some big teams and they've been able to upset those. And, for me as well, as a sports fan, as a football fan, it has been a delight to watch the underdogs play so well, be so disciplined and come out victorious. And even after the game, we can see when the players are seen celebrating with their families, what it actually means to them. And it only highlights that how football is not anymore about the rankings or, about the numbers, but how you actually perform on a given day. And I think Morocco has been able to put up a beautiful show where they are able to convert their opportunities. And we saw that in that beautiful header by En-Nesyri, and how he stepped forward. He was in front of the goalkeeper and he took that advantage for himself and he converted that goal for the team, and how then they came together as a very structured unit, as a unit that that plays together. They were very compact in their formation and in their organization, that it was very difficult for Portugal to actually get through them and be able to get that goal. So yes, I would say Morocco has emerged as one of those underdogs in this FIFA World Cup that everybody is enjoying, and they are actually putting a really good show, and we can see how tactically good they are.
All right, Dalima talking about that header by N. Nasri. Incredible header, the way he jumped up. Had this been Cristiano Ronaldo, this would have been the number one headline across the newspaper because of that jump. So stunning goal then from the defender by Morocco. That one goal that separated the two teams. So are Morocco the most attractive team in this World Cup? I don't know. Are Morocco the best team in this World Cup? I don't know. But Moroccan fans are definitely the best fans that I've seen. I've been here for the last couple of weeks and have encountered all sorts of fans, from Brazilian to Argentinian, but nothing compares to the spirit and the energy that we see of the Moroccan fans. Also, they've turned up here in large number. Last evening, I caught up with some of them, and all of them had a few things to say to Cristiano Ronaldo. Listen in.
Viva lo Morocco,
yes,
in the
viva
final.
Morocco.
This is the football of the Morocco.
Yes, yes.
What happened to Ronaldo today?
Cry.
I'm to cry. It's going
Airport this way. Airport this way.
Where was Ronaldo?
He wants to sleep. Airport this way. Airport this way.
I'm so sorry for him. I'm so sorry. I'm a big Ronaldo fan, so I'm so sorry for Ronaldo to end his career like this. But it's Morocco. It's Morocco.
Is it one of the best days of your life?
Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm so happy.
This is amazing. We just have never been this happy. The whole Moroccan country is celebrating. We're celebrating here, and
this is epic. This is epic. Really epic. We were dreaming of it, and it just happened. It's real. Yes! Viva Morocco!
Where was Ronaldo today?
We don't know. Where is Ronaldo? Bye!
Going to the airport right now. Bye, Portugal!
As you can see, all of the GCC countries, all of the Arab countries, all of the Muslim countries.
Bye bye Portugal! Bye bye
Okay, but yes, you can see that all of the Arab countries, all of the Muslim countries, all of the GCC countries, they're all supporting Morocco because this is the first time an Arab team, a Muslim team, has made it through to the semi-final. So it's for the entire Arab world. Everybody's proud. Everybody's very supportive.
Right, incredible scenes those, Moroccan fans celebrating, and so they should. Their team has already created history, becoming the first African team to make it to the semi-final. And this is a joint sort of a celebration that you're seeing here, simply because a lot of people, it's an African country, all right, but it's also considered part of the Arab world since Arabic is the #1 language spoken there. So even the locals here, everyone has been supporting Morocco. But spare a thought for someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, a standout performer, one of the greatest to have ever played the sport. And probably now this marks the end of his international career, as far as at least the World Cup is concerned. That one dream he may have had as a kid to hold the FIFA World Cup trophy in his hand, unfortunately, that's going to remain unfulfilled. Not a tournament that Cristiano Ronaldo is going to remember. Dalima Chhibber still with us. Dalima, how would you sum up Ronaldo's tournament? Do you think he could have made any difference had he started? Because I'm just looking at a few stats of his in this game. Only 9 touches in that half that he played. 1 shot at goal. That also wasn't good enough. Is he clearly past his prime?
It's hard to say whether he could have started or he couldn't have, because I feel like that is the decision that really comes down to the team manager and why he actually took the decision that he did. But we know that he may not be able to hold the World Cup trophy, but he holds a lot of records that are going to stay for years to come, and he leaves a legacy that is unmatched in the world of football, and we are only grateful that we have been able to experience him play and take the field and score the amount of goals and leave such beautiful memories of the game that he has been able to. But he started off well, but we all know that he hit a rock in the tournament, and even when he came in the second half, he couldn't really give what we know he's capable of giving to the team or as a scorer. But yeah, his World Cup dream may have ended, but we do know he holds a lot of he holds a lot of records, he holds a lot of other trophies that do matter, and a lot of football fans are going to remember him, even though this has been a very devastating end for him and for a lot of football fans for in his run for the World Cup. But again, he will be remembered for the legacy that he leaves and the example that he has set as a player, and where you can reach if you work hard to achieve your goals.
Okay, Dalima, we're completely out of time, so we'll leave it at that. But thanks so much for joining us. Of course, usually we remember tournaments for Cristiano Ronaldo's goals. This time, that one image that you'll remember is probably of him walking off in tears after his team was knocked out in the quarterfinals. At the moment, forget his international future, even his club future is under doubt because we don't know where he'd be heading. At the moment, he is without a club. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have on this special broadcast that we were bringing to you from Doha in Qatar. We'll keep coming back every day at 6:30 p.m. with all the latest from the FIFA World Cup. For the moment, this is Nikhil Nas signing off. Bye-bye.